so for today's video, I'm going to be talking about sunscreen again because I love sunscreen. And I just got two new cool things. I got one of these UV mirrors, and also I got one of these things that really helps with kids to apply sunscreen. So both of these things actually really help my kids reapply sunscreen better, or just apply it in general because they hate putting it on. I also got two new sunscreen sticks for myself and one for the kids. So I guess I'll just go over my old favorites because these are still like my favorites. Like this is my favorite body sunscreen that I use every day on my chest, ears, and arms. This is my other go-to favorite, the Coats Face Prime and Protect SPF 40. This is super good, and this is actually really good for reapplying too. I can reapply this over my makeup and it looks okay. And my other favorite for lips is the Coats Lip Balm. It's SPF 45. And these are, the coats are both mineral, both titanium and zinc oxide. And then I don't love this, but I've been using this. So I've been kind of like nuts about the sunscreen because I noticed like my freckles are coming out more. And then I found a way to like put it on that I like it. So I will do my whole my whole skincare, and then I'll put like a generous amount, like a quarter size amount of this, but I just won't use it around my eyes because this one stings my eyes so bad. And I didn't like this because it has like alcohol in it, so it would dry out my face, I felt like. But when I put like the coat, like a pretty thick coat of it, it actually dries down pretty quick. So then I can just, I just wait a minute and then I kind of spread it around again. And then I put this over around my eyes. And this is actually a really good primer too, to fill in like pores and, wrinkles. So I will do it mostly around my eyes, but also spread it a thin layer around the rest of my face. And I feel like doing both of those, I know it's a little excessive, but doing both really helped with my hyperpigmentation. And so like looking at videos, there's like a lot more videos on layering sunscreen and that are more scientific, but I think just having both layers or doing 2 layers of any sunscreen helps you get the number on the bottle, because what they say, right? You need like so much to actually get this number. So just doing, a light layer of this and this, I think has been getting a better SPF rating or function for the sunscreens. And I've also been better about applying this in the morning. So I'll put my lipstick on, and it's like a neutral tone. So I'll do like lip liner and lipstick, and then I'll kind of just put this on, and actually just, how like sometimes you'll put like a lighter color in the middle of your lipstick and it makes your lips look more full. This kind of does that too. So I've been better about doing that. And then so today I wanted to make the video because I did like a 2-hour workout. Like I did kickboxing and weightlifting today. And so I pretty much, I guess, sweated off. I sweat a lot on my face. So I sweated off like a lot of my makeup and sunscreen. And just a tip, when you're at the gym, always use a towel to like blot your face, like the sweat, because if you use your hand, it's like bacteria is like all up in there, and you're putting it on your face when your pores are open, it's not good. So if you're getting like bad skin and because you're working out, try to use a clean towel to like blot your face. So I'll like blot. And even after a 2-hour workout, I still have like, my bronzer, my eye makeup, and blush on. So, but I know like around my nose, because I sweat a lot on my nose and on my forehead and chin, I know that those places are really like rubbed off. Like I can tell, and like where my sunglasses rub my nose, like right there. So I got this mirror, and this is like a generic one from AliExpress. I think it was like about $35. So it's still pretty expensive for a mirror, but the name brand one, I can't remember the name, something random. I think that one is like 150. So I don't know, I didn't want to spend that much on a UV mirror just to check my sunscreen, I guess, application in the middle of the day. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but like this one, so I bought this one on AliExpress. You turn it on. Sorry if there's glare. It's a USB or USB-C rechargeable mirror. So the UV light is like this. And then, I don't know if you can see my face. So if you have sunscreen on, your face will appear black. And this works better with chemical sunscreen versus mineral. Mineral sunscreen will turn up kind of a grayish color on the mirror, but regular chemical sunscreen will turn out black. So you use this in a place where there's not that much light, because you don't want that much light, I guess, bouncing off your face. So it looks kind of crazy. My face looks really dark, but I wish I filmed this earlier where my face was like all black. So in the morning after I put on because this one is chemical, this one shows up as black. My face will be like totally black. So in comparison to that, I can see like my sunspots on my nose. So that means it's worn off there. And I can see like patches or very like patchiness like on the sides. So I'm just gonna try out one of the sticks. Or I guess I'll do both of the sticks. They're both new. I just, I've tried them out one time each. And just from that, I prefer this one. But I'll show you this one too. This one moves my makeup around more. So these are both $18 on Amazon. That's where I bought it from. And this is SPF 50 with a 4 PA++++ rating. This one is SPF 50 with a 3+ PA rating. This one I believe is all chemical. It's really hard to find the instructions or the ingredient list on this. This one has some titanium dioxide, so it's a combination. I know I was here to talk about the kids sunscreen, but I guess I'll do this one first. So I did a workout. I still have to go to baseball, so I guess I'm not going to shower just yet, but I do want to reapply my sunscreen. So I'll start from my forehead. So sticks are not my favorite way to apply sunscreen on my face because, I don't know, it tends to move the makeup around a lot. I do like both of these though. These are way better than any of the American drugstore ones I've tried. So it did move my bronzer, but you know, it's okay. So I do like this one. It feels pretty matte but sticky. You just have to let it dry down a little bit. But this one is called the Matte Sun Stick. But I feel this one is more matte and drier. It's called the Cotton Soft Sun Stick. So this one's blue. It's kind of like a cool little snap feature when you pull it up. So this side, I feel like my bronzer stayed a little bit better. I don't know, I guess it's hard to tell. The blue doesn't like color correct or anything, and I don't know, blue would color correct orange? I don't, yeah, so the color is not really anything. So this one already feels more dry, but this one's not that bad either. So I'll just let that dry a little bit down. I'll show you what this one looks like. I bought this one for my kids. This is a mineral stick sunscreen. This is good on their face, but it does have a little bit of white cast if you don't rub it in good. Like I've had them do it and you can see that it's white, but not that bad. For being, I think it's 21.6% zinc oxide. So I think to get your, like a good mineral coverage, you want that zinc or titanium dioxide number to be higher than at least 7%. I don't know, I'm not a professional, but I always go for a higher one. So they like this, they'll use this. But this is like, my son actually said, oh, I like putting on sunscreen now, which is like crazy. He's 10 and he runs away. He still runs away when I come out with the sunscreen. So any way to get them to put it on themselves every day is a win. So it's not perfect, I want to say. I'm just going to start with that. It's not perfect, but this is way better than anything else I've tried for kids. And it's called Solar Buddies. And I found this on Amazon. So if you buy one, I think it's about $15. I bought a 3-pack because I was going to give away some. And that was 3 for $33. So that brings it down to about $11 each. What it is like you open it up and there's a sponge with a little roller ball. And you just fill this up with your own sunscreen. I think it's perfect. Like a thinner one would be better than like a thick mineral one. So I use this one because they once I get them to put it on, they don't mind this one. So you just fill it up in here. It takes quite a bit to fill it up. It'll probably be like half a new tube. And as you can see, it's a little messy. So that's why I don't think it's like 100% perfect. It just gets, I don't know if it's like not tight enough screwed in, but it's like a little bit messy on the outside, but that's totally fine. And then what it does is when you press down, like on your arm, the roller ball brings out the sunscreen and it also like smooths it on nicely without getting your hands all dirty. And it's actually really soft, so they like it. Yeah, and I feel like it gets on a decent amount, like it feels wet. You know, it's not just like a little bit. It's like, say you do like 2 passes, I think that would be almost as good as doing like a little glob. Because I use the sunscreen on my arms every day and it doesn't ever feel this wet when I apply it like straight from the tube. So yeah, I think that this works actually really well. And if I had this earlier, I think it would have been nice when they're like babies, you know, when you come at them and I don't know, maybe my son is traumatized from when he's little. I don't know, but he really likes this. So this is a total win. I read in the reviews that it can spill, but I haven't had any problem. I mean, I guess if you have like a huge beach bag and it gets squashed or something, but the cover seems pretty good, at least for the ones that I bought. Also, eventually you're gonna have to like replace this or clean this sponge. Like maybe every time you fill the bottle, you would like maybe take this off and wash it and either put it back on or you can replace it. So, I mean, it's reusable, so that's good, right? So yeah, okay, so my sunscreen on my face is dry already, talking too much, but so I'm gonna see if it turns out black on this. I actually didn't try it with the mirror. Hopefully you can see that, but my face is black again and it's splotchy because I didn't go around my eyes. Can you see that? So I might want to like rub it in a little bit. Like, I don't need a mirror to really tell me where I need sunscreen because I put it on all the time. And I mean, I can do it like with my eyes closed, but this was so good for my kids. So they don't want me to do their sunscreen because they're like, no, I want to do it, right? So I let them do it with either this or the cream. And they do such a crap job, but they don't believe me, right? So then I let them look at this, and then they're like, oh, like I only put like right here, you know? This has been like a lifesaver more for the kids, because now they understand, okay, if I just put a swipe here with this, that doesn't mean my whole cheek is covered, you know? Yeah, so now they really like it. They want to look at it like every time they put on sunscreen, which is fine. Like, I don't know how these UV things work, but it is a UV lamp. So, I mean, I wouldn't like, they say not to like put your eye in it like that, which I don't know why you would, but they said not to do that in the instructions. I guess it's a LED, so it's like the same type of lamp, I guess, that you use with the nail salon. And yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't look at it for like hours at a time. But other than that, like it's probably the equal amount of UV as like going in the sun for 5 seconds. So I don't know. I feel like it's safe, and it was so good for the kids, and just wanted to share that you can get this on AliExpress for way cheaper. And then this is from Amazon. But yeah, I guess I will show you how I reapply my makeup over this. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but I'm just going to get my MAC Studio Fix. This is like super old, but it's one that I don't care that it gets, you know, when you get wet and then you put it on here, it gets like hard, or I don't know. And then you have to like scrape it off. So I just get a little bit of powder. Just, I don't like the sticky feel. And then when my hair blows, it like gets stuck on my face. Actually, with this one, it's not that sticky. But if I use like a liquid, this, or that's not too bad, but it does still get sticky, more sticky than this. Anyway, so I'll just like powder my face, especially I wear sunglasses a lot because my eyes are sensitive to the sun. So it always rubs off right there. I don't love applying makeup over my reapplied sunscreen, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta do it, right? So then I'll usually wash this after, because I don't like to put it back. Or if I don't have that one and that one's wet, I will just get like these. I love these. You can get this on Temu also. They're just little triangle sponges, so it's really good for applying powder right there. And they come in like a 30 pack, so you can wash them, you can throw it away, I don't know, but they're really good and like super cheap. And I'm expecting another Temu haul, or I'll do another Temu haul soon, because I'm getting all these packages now, because that first Temu package was so surprisingly good, besides that one iPad cover. And then the returns were so good too. So I don't think I included this in the other video. I'm just putting on powder bronzer now, just to get a little more color back after. But yeah, so I wanted to return the iPad cover, and I said, okay, I'll get a credit instead of like cash back. And they just said to keep it and donate it or something. So I'm like, that is so easy. I don't know about bigger things, but I love it when like Amazon will do that too. Like don't even return it, just we'll give you the credit. So I don't know. I really like that. That just like solidified like, I don't know, my love for Temu. So yeah, I'm just like doing a quick bronzer. The color doesn't really show up on camera, but. And then I've been loving this blush. So this is from like the Sephora sale. It's the Danessa Myricks Beauty in Yummy Skin Blush in Golden Hour. It looks scary. And I have to admit, if you put too much, it's scary. But you just get a brush, dab it in like one time, and that's enough product. I never thought I would like a red blush, but it looks really natural. I mean, when I work out, I guess my face turns red too. So maybe on my skin, it's natural. Okay, so that's good enough to go to the baseball field. And then I guess I'll show you how I do the lip sunscreen. So if you wear this by itself, like I have some on right now, I mean, it's a little too nude, I think. I don't know, I need a little more color. It's hard to do so far away from the mirror, but so I do lip liner. This one's a little dark right now, but I do it only in the center. I don't go all the way in the corners. And I try to do it flatter up here. Like little weird things you do when you get older. I don't know. I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So this is a little pink for me. So then I'll put this on and it'll make it the perfect color. And then you want to get your whole lip, even the inner corner, just because you want sunscreen there. And it doesn't really change it, and it feels nice. It doesn't have a weird texture. It's very smooth. And then I usually just put a gloss over. So Buxom glosses are like my absolute favorite, and I have to wear one every single day because one, it stays on well. It doesn't have a weird taste, but it's very moisturizing. So if I don't use it, I feel like I get chapped lips. And this is Celeste. This is like a shimmery one. So I'll just put it in the middle. Anyways, how did this become like a makeup video? Okay, started off with sunscreen, but yeah, so that's what I do when I have to go into errands or do something else after working out and I need to touch up my sunscreen. But so far, these two have been good, and I like this one more. It's $18. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.